Throw a rock into a pond, ripples fade away. Human hearts aren't so lucky, those battle scars remain. Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back, my friends. If you're new here, I am Lance. If you're returning, well, you know the drill. Today, we're going to check out a video by Top 10 Beyond the Screen. We never reacted to this channel before. So they are the top 10 celebrities who tried to warn us about the Smith family. With everything going on with old Jada Smith and her, everyone likes to call it her apology tour, which is the perfect name for it. And she's coming out with some claims, and she's changing it, and she's going buck wild on and just making everybody in the family looking bad, especially Will. I actually kind of feel bad for Will a little bit because she's being a little extra. She's just being a little extra. So we're gonna check out what other celebrities think. Is it just going to be the Smith family? Because we're talking about Jada here. Jada is in the headlines right now, so I'm curious how this is going to go down. So I'll leave the link down for Top 10 Beyond the Screen. If you like this video, like this creator, let me know in the comments. We'll watch more of them in the future. And if you like this reaction, please like and subscribe. It helps with the algorithm. We're heading to 5,000 subscribers. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram. If you like to support this channel a little bit more, there's super things. And you can also join the channel, and I'll also leave my link of my Venmo and my Cash App down below. All right, without further ado, let's get into this video. And here we go.
Do you ever look at Instagram accounts devoted to you being a heartthrob when you're feeling down?
Yes, I do. Before we even go any further, look, they put Tupac's and Jada's face together right here in this one photo. Because she says her and Tupac, he's, I guess, engaged, proposed to her while he was in Rikers. And then someone just did some sleuthing and found out that wasn't the case scenario at all. He was already proposed to another female. And she moved closer to him to the jail. And then he even, I think less than a month later, he got transferred to another prison. So Jada's little timeline of that account is not adding up. That's just one thing. So I'm kind of curious if they're going to touch on that. But anyway, let's check it out.
A ton of Smith family secrets are being revealed, but have these A-listers been secretly trying to warn us about them all along? Welcome to Beyond the Screen. I'm Nate, and these are the top
What's up, Nate? How you doing?
10 celebrities who tried to warn us about the Smith family. Number 10, Gabrielle Union. Gabrielle and the Smiths have collided several times on the red carpet as their careers tended to be linked together from time to time. Gabrielle had established herself as a dramatic and comedic actor for a long time, but eventually moved into the world of action thrillers in her film Break-In. In the early years of her career, she would bump into Will and Jada a lot thanks to Will being a heavyweight in the comedy world. However, when they were together, there was just an awkward vibe. Apparently, the couple did not speak to Gabrielle for 17 years of interaction, and she couldn't figure out why. She claimed there was just always some kind of a tension between them every time they would see each other. A few years ago, Jada reached out to her to clear things up, and the conversation ended with them agreeing that they were all just divas at the time with diva mentalities and no one should be at fault. Jada invited Union onto Red Table Talk, which is now cancelled, and said that
They canceled Red Table Talk? I didn't know about that. Did you guys know about they canceled that? I didn't know they canceled that. That Red Table Talk, it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Anytime I ever saw it, like, ever being promoted, it's always about something like scandalous, escandalo.
she needed to apologize for her behavior, claiming that she was in a terrible place and is in a much better one now. Union later appeared on Today and shared that they were both insecure and that's what caused the rift, but it's mighty convenient that she was ready to talk once she had a platform to record and release this conversation onto. Oh yeah, make up with a celebrity and make money online before you get shut down. Awesome.
First of all, I never knew that Gabriella Gabrielle Union had that much association with them. That's a first. I didn't know that. That's pretty interesting. 17 years. And I'm sorry, actresses with a diva personality and insecurity, stop the press.
Number 9, Vivica A. Fox. For those of you who may not remember, Vivica actually starred opposite of Will Smith in the film Independence Day as his wife. Fox made her opinion on the Smith family public when Will did his thing at the Oscars ceremony in 2022. She claimed that Will deserved a second chance while bashing Jada's comments on the situation. During an appearance on the Wendy Williams show, Fox tearfully reacted to Jada's Red Table Talk remarks about moving forward after the incident. Jada basically just wanted to put the whole thing in the past and believed that there were overreactions on both sides. Vivica was Will's co-star in Independence Day, but she also worked with Jada on the film Set It Off in the same year. So
Set It Off was a good movie. You also Set It Off? Let me know in the comments how much you liked it. Queen Latifah was the freaking bomb. Her little girlfriend in that movie was cute too. She kind of reminded me of Eve, the Rough Rider rapper, little blonde, little small, little short, little blonde, short hair, fierce. I was like, Queen Latifah, you can peg me any day.
So she was more than familiar with their day-to-day lives. Jada commented following the show that she had no part in what happened and felt awful, thinking the entire thing at the Oscars was a skit. Right. Number 8, Chris Rock.
I'm sorry, wait a minute. Can you repeat that?
Jada commented following the show that she had no part in what happened and felt awful, thinking the entire thing at the Oscars was a skit.
Bitch. Who do you think the pub? I'm so sick of these goddamn celebrities thinking that the American public, some of the public can be not stupid but a little bit gullible when they hear certain things. They just want to believe everything they want to hear without doing some critical thinking or even some research. But I'm sick of it that they think that the American public's so stupid, just the public in general, so stupid. People are just so stupid. They think so high and mighty because they're celebrities. Only reason why they're celebrities is because of us, the public, who watch their stupid shit. So they need, and half of them probably never even finished the second grade. Let's be honest, they're actors. They're not Neil deGrasse Tyson, okay? So you all need to calm down. You all. I'm so sick of that shit. They think that we're all a bunch of stupid little sheep, and they were just like, oh yeah, oh we're so starstruck. Suck my dick.
Number 8, Chris Rock. Chris Rock has felt firsthand, literally, the power behind Will Smith's palm, but following the Oscars incident, he was able to clap back in his own way. Chris delivered the first ever live stand-up special on Netflix earlier this year. Chris Rock's Selective Outrage was a title made in reference to Will Smith. His special was filled with a lot of jokes, but he closed out the night with a little bit of a roast of Will and Jada. He started by saying that he had nothing.
It was so good. If you haven't seen, I can't react to it on YouTube because it's heavily copyrighted, but check it out. The library was open with Chris that night, and I was living for the whole thing. The best part was like the end part, like he said. The end part was just like, oh my god, it was just like, It was
to do with the slap, and that Will had selective outrage. Chris didn't have any entanglements or anything like that.
Entanglements. I would drop kick anybody who would be like, you cheated on me. Oh no, it was just an entanglement. Bitch, I drop kick you into the next week. What the hell are you telling me? You think I'm that simple? I was born yesterday. You think you're going to catch me out here just slipping, thinking I'm just going to be like, oh, sure, honey. It's an entanglement. I forgive you. Ba-ba-ba-booey.
He didn't cheat on anybody, so why was Will so mad at him? He then repeatedly called Will Smith the B word and then moved on to Jada. He said that he was shocked when she attempted to have him removed as the host of the Oscars in 2016 during the whole Oscar so white controversy. The roasts were devastating, and if there is anything to take away from the night is that the Smiths suck. And that Chris Rock knew it. Number 7, Leah Remini. For those who don't.
What? Are you sure you got that name right? I always called her Leah Remini from King of Queens. I like her. She's really good. And I saw her little show she had when she was leaving, after she left Scientology and stuff. Really good. Really good. I give it to her. She got rid of she was born into her mother. I guess her parents were originally in Scientology, and she was born into it. That's how she was into it. I didn't know that. I thought maybe she was like an adult, or she got into it herself. No, she was born into it. And after a while, she was just like, you know what? 1 and 1 is the math is not adding up. What's going on around here? What's all this about? Level 1 to 15, Phaetons and aliens and Tom Cruise walking around with his cheesy and grin. Ugh.
No, Jada is a woman of science. Now, I can't talk about what that means, but if you ever Google L. Ron Hubbard and science, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Are we not supposed to talk about that? Oh, girl, I might have to. They're gonna try limiting my ads just because if I talk about. I don't want to lean into the microphone. I'm not saying it. So. Shut up.
About Leah Remini, who you may know from King of Queens or Old School, is more than just an actor. She's also very outspoken against Will and Jada Smith. The rumors that Will and Jada were big into science was something that Leah mentioned in her book, Troublemaker, Surviving Hollywood and Weird Science, and brought it up again when speaking to the Daily Beasts in 2017. She claimed to know for certain that Jada was involved for quite some time. Now, she had seen Will once in a blue moon, but she did spot Jada attending several events at the Celebrity Center in Hollywood. When Leah claimed to have this knowledge, Jada clapped back on Twitter, naming all of the houses of worship that she has visited without being a member. A year later, Leah
Right, sweetie.
appeared on the Red Table Talk show to hash things out. After the interview, Jada just gushed about how they connected in the interview and claimed that they were 2 broken little babies inside of them that just were abandoned by their parents as kids and they needed to let out. And yeah, Leah just said that woman needed help. Number 6.
Go ahead, Leah. You tell like it is. I like a straight shooter.
50 Cent. Jada and her entanglement with August Alsina was news that kinda shocked the world, but not really, when it was revealed on Red Table Talk. For 50 Cent, this was one of the most annoying things he ever had to hear in his entire life. Following the revelation, social media users flocked to Instagram, sharing their opinions and their messages with their friends, including 50 Cent. He contacted Will Smith, who was his buddy, and ended up cursing him out. 50 asked him why.
Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. Okay. Yo, Will, you all right over there? Yeah, I'm cool. I appreciate your concern, my brother. But why is she telling you that show for everybody to see? That what? A show for everybody to see. We broke up, so she did her and I did me. Okay. Is this even for real? Is this doctored? Come on, where did he get this information from? Then she said, wait a minute. Then she said only she can give permission for somebody to blow her back out. Then she said only she can give permission for someone to blow her back out. He goes, F you 50. Oh, that was the name of the entanglement, August. Yeah, I forgot. I thought maybe they were talking about 50 Cent's real birth name is not August. Okay, so it took me a second. We're on the same. We're back online now. We're back online.
Jada said all that stuff on a show for the world to see, adding
He goes, wait, what did I do, bitch?
that she said only she can give permission for someone to blow her back out, which I don't know what that means. Like, do you turn a big fan on like in the movie?
Bitch, you know what she's talking about. What are you acting so simple for? You come on, you're not a kindergarten. You got some peach fuzz on your chin there. You know what she's talking about.
Will responded with more swearing, and in October of 2021, 50 decided to comment on the marriage again, having the same issue that a ton of people have with this woman. Jada is just picking and choosing her moments to make things happen and revealing information about her book because it stirs the pot. If you watch the interviews where she reveals all of this information, you can actually just see her zoning out and like faking her way through the interaction. I swear, every little vein on her head is a secret, all the while she's just manically laughing in her head. 50 posted on his Instagram story asking Jada why she had to share her entire life with the world when it just called her character into question. Number 5, August Alsina. The world was shocked when R&B singer August Alsina came forward to confirm one of the longest standing.
Oh wait a minute, I didn't know he was just not a friend of Jaden. He's actually an R&B singer. I learn something new every day. Oh,
rumors around Jada and Will's marriage, admitting that he had an affair with Jada Smith in 2015. During an interview, he claimed that he actually sat down with Will Smith and received his blessing due to the nature of their relationship shifting. He insisted that the couple had nothing to be ashamed of and that, hey, he loves the Smith family, man. Well, Will Smith denied ever giving him a blessing. In fact, he didn't even know that this was a thing until he heard about it from Jada. Jada admitted to the entanglement on Red Table Talk, where she explained to her husband that it was a moment she regretted, all the while referring to the infidelity as an entanglement. It doesn't make any sense. Use the right words, Jada. While many were, of course, confused as to why she would admit this on the internet for millions to see, they also started to wonder if she might have taken advantage of August, because at the time he was only 22 and he had struggled with his health, suffering from an autoimmune condition that left him hospitalized multiple times. Jada even admitted to being his mentor at the time, which, I don't know, it sounds like a pretty weird mentor-mentee relationship if you ask me.
That I was just about to pause and I'm glad I held off, because she said in one interview, she's like, oh, I became his mentor. You were his mentor or you were his bed buddy? I mean, in the age gap, like, girl, that's your son's friend. That's some kind of storyline I saw in, adult films. Jada. See what I'm saying? They just don't live in reality, man. They just don't live in this reality. I don't. Do you get it? Let me know in the comments. What would you think about that? I that's weird, man. I'm your mentor, but I'm gonna start banging you, in 2 hours. Like, what? What? Does that sound kosher to you? I don't, girl, no.
How many times I've done this, the screen just blacked out and I got it. Number 4, Janet Hubert. Will Smith got his big break.
This guy's all right, but they have a girl in here. She's Irish. No, yeah, she's not Scott. She's Irish, and she's a little bit more charismatic. This one just reminds me of Chuck Osborne, early circuit 90s. Of all times, when I want to film, that's when I want to start having a sneeze attack. Why am I so dry right here, my teeth? Yep, it's the change of weather. It's fall because my skin's getting super dry. I think get moisturizer. Okay, since I'm done with my sneeze attack, sorry about that. Let's continue.
In the acting world, thanks to his time on the sitcom Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the show followed Will as the titular prince, living with his wealthy family in Bel-Air with cousins, uncles, and of course Aunt Viv. Now in season 1, Aunt Viv was played by a woman named Janet Hubert Witten, but as a lot of people know, she was recasted after a feud with Will Smith went too far. According to Will, Janet viewed him as an antagonist in her life. She had been in the business for so long when Will Smith suddenly popped in there, and she held such a tinge of jealousy towards this this guy because he was able to just show up and get a job. She was trying to convince the producers of the show to give her character more screen time and allow her to breathe on camera, but they said no because it wasn't the Aunt Viv show. Nah, she fought back hard, but it was ultimately decided that she would be asked to sit out of the rest of the series and be replaced by Daphne Maxwell Reid. Her hatred for Will and his family has always been well known, with her constant gripe being that one man should not have this much power, especially in a Hollywood setting. Will has moved on from his Fresh Prince days, but Janet will never forget the pain that this man caused her. Number 3, Stacey Dash. Stacey
Girl, get another job, move on. It's not that big of a deal. There's other acting jobs out there. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was not the only show that was running, so I understand why you...
Stacey started her career just like Will Smith, in a little project in the 90s, but for Will it was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Stacey it was the movie Clueless.
That's where I remember her. Stacey Dash, she became a ultra right wing, don't like the gays, talking shit about the gay. Stacey, what the fuck happened to you, girl?
But as Will got into movies, Stacey made her move out of film and into politics. When Will and Jada announced that they were boycotting the Oscars in 2016, Dash was front and center in the crowd of confused individuals. Stacey went on air to share her views, which kinda made sense, which was that the issue Jada and Will had with that year, for those who don't remember, was that there were no people of color nominated for an Oscar in a majority of the categories. So Will and Jada, along with many other people, announced that they would be boycotting the event. Stacey called Jada's choice questionable, as the real issue wasn't that there were no nominees, but that Hollywood had given so few people of color the opportunity to perform in leading roles that year. Now, as the years have gone by, more and more opportunities have arisen, and as we all know, Will Smith eventually won an Oscar in a very scary night. It's a real Cinderella story, get this man a glass slipper and put a little dress on him, I don't know. We'll talk about that some other time. To summarize, Jada Smith bad, and she is no longer allowed at the Oscars. Number 2, Will Smith.
He's not. He thinks he's funny. He's not that funny.
According to fans, Will Smith has been secretly trying to tell us his marriage to Jada was in shambles for years. TikTok users and hardcore Jada fans flooded the platform with so-called proof that Will was trying to tell us something. The first clip that was submitted as evidence was Will and Jada's red table talk.
Look at that mug. You want to see death on the inside of somebody? Dead on the inside? There you go. Dead on the inside. Just checked out. Just, he's not there. He's thinking about tripping through the daisies under the Golden Gate Bridge. That's where he wants to be. That is a face of a man that's just what happened in my life? How did I end up at this point? Well, you married her.
Interaction in which she admitted to the entanglement with August Alsina and simultaneously admitted to a little separation between herself and Will. In the conversation, she literally says that herself and Will had basically broken up, but instead of just outright admitting that information right then and there, she just decided to hold on to it for when she needed to get a book released. Many Jada fans have commented on these resurfaced clips, saying that Will looks drained, clearly dealing with a ton mentally and physically. When he has appeared in public outside of the realm of TV, he just always seemed down in the dumps, like something outside of his control was destroying him, and turns out it was Jada. Number 1, Jada Pinkett Smith. Now, if it isn't clear already from the years of sharing,
she's the number one celebrity that warned us about Jada Pinkett Smith was herself. From the alternate dimension.
Her private information for profit, no matter who it hurts, Jada hates herself and her family, hands down. Only someone who truly despises the way that they are would share what Jada has shared. Her love life, her personal life, and now everything down to what she eats for breakfast. If all you do is profit from your own pain, that is sad. Plus, it's no surprise that Jada has shared her juicy little gossip only days before her new book is set to release. A lot of people speculate that her whole life is one big PR stunt. Over the years, she's been in media for a ton of things like boycotting the Oscars, getting fired from her own talk show, or honestly just general literal nonsense that comes from this woman. Now, why share all this information with the world if there isn't a little part of you that deep inside wants to warn them of your true intentions? And those are the celebrities who have warned us about the Smith family. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like to show your support, leave a comment, and let us know how much you hate the Smith family. Thank you for stopping beyond the screen, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, hate is a little bit stronger word. Strongly dislike, a little bit nicer, a little bit nice, a little bit more appropriate. I'm sorry I'm messing with I'm trying this new beard. It's a wax, and it's supposed to like kind of like smooth your beard and stuff like that. It's interesting. I like it. It's my facial hair is a little bit more tame than normal, so that's a good thing. I wish they had the Irish girl in here. Other than that, Jada. It's even been come out that her kids, like mostly Jaden, was trying to like get emancipated to get away from this nonsense. And I thought the kids, I used to give them such shit because I read an interview with both of them. This interview was interviewing both of the kids. This is about, I don't know, about 4 or 5 years ago. And they were saying such let's just say when they did the interview of the magazine afterwards, they ripped it apart, the media, because it was so what's the word I'm trying to grasp for? They're just so, I don't know, oblivious, or they're just so, they try to sound like they're very like, I don't know, like when whatever they say or write is so like, it has like such deep meaning, and now I can see where they weren't raised good. Find out a little bit. We found out so much. They've been separated for 7 years. The kids were basically raised themselves, just grew up with nannies, raising nannies and other caretakers, because they were so busy. As you know, a lot of families have working parents, yes, but at least when they come home, they can spend a little bit of time with the kids and try to, have that family structure and stuff. I guess, if you're traveling, if you're a celebrity, that's the negative thing. If you're traveling to a shoot, a movie, a premiere, a movie shoot, or you always have to go and travel to locations. So you really, unless you have your kids with you, but if they're grown up, they still have to go to school. So I can see but there's been rich people that have had, and celebrities that had normal kids. And it's all that science, like he was saying, all that science going on. Tom Cruise and that science. Ugh. But Jada, she's being a little extra. She needs to go and sit down and have a seat, girl. You're doing too much. It's fascinating because for years, generations, the last few generations, ever since the talkies and the dawn of celebrity and all this stuff, and Hollywood and the glitz and glamour, how it evolved. It's really become, people can see through the facade now. Back in the day, with all the stuff going on with the wars and the Great Depression and stuff, people didn't mind, it was their way to escape. look towards celebrities, look how fast, oh my God, glamorous and stuff like that. And they had the magazines. It was never like how it was. They didn't have the social medias. They had like maybe like magazines with, the pictures and little articles and show them in, the good light. And nowadays with social media, they don't have that same kind of lore. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. The same kind of lore. People kind of see the nonsense more so now, and we can see it in the movies. They don't come out anything original. The days of making fabulous art pieces like Gone with the Wind and The Birds and all these fabulous original movies. It's these writers. They can be on strike. I don't give a shit. These writers haven't done jack dilly shit as far as good stories in the last 10 years, really, except a few, sprinkled. Because a lot of the ones that are good are from new people, new directors, are coming in with fresh ideas. But these been around. They're coming out with just, they're just rehashing shit. All these studios just want to remake everything. Come out with new stuff. Come out with new stuff. Am I crazy? Just come out with new stuff. But they can't because no one has any good stories. You tell me all the good stories have been written now? Really? No one has some news. I don't know. I thought Pearl and X, that was a good story. It's horror, and that was in horror. That kind of brings horror, it kind of uplifts horror genre up a little bit, a couple clicks notch. Because I know a lot of people think horror is like low-hanging fruit. But I think that director, I want to say Spike Lee. Ty West came out with a great story and elevated horror, in my opinion. But anyway, what do you guys think about this video? They cray. The girl is just crazy. I don't know what to say. Child. Lock them up and throw away the key and put them in a straitjacket. I don't know what to say. Anyway, I hope you like this reaction, and take care of yourself, take care of each other, and love, peace, and grease. Bye.